Hello and welcome to the Nexus. Today we are going to be doing two issues of our Knight Rider. We're going to be doing issue 67 and 68 of a Knight Rider. Simple reason is because there isn't actually a lot to do. But we also need the parts that we got with issue 66, which are here. If you remember, we kept them in the box, in the packet, because we didn't really need them. Well, we're going to be fitting them in this issue. And what we get with issue 67, we're going to be keeping that in its box. Spoiler. So let's get going. Okay, so here's the car. We're going to be working on the car today. We're going to be actually covering this section here with the parts that we got in issue 66. What do we get in issue 67? Well, if you can see this, we get the chassis. So we get the whole chassis. It's so big I can't even get it in the camera. Let's just pick that up a minute. Put that there. And somehow we can get this in. You can see it here. I'm not going to get it out of the box. It's best to leave it in the box. We don't need to touch it or do anything with that at the minute. But there you go. There's the chassis there. Hang on a sec. Let me pick up the car because it's quite heavy now. So as you can see, the box is there. So leave it in the box because we won't need it. In fact, we won't need it for a while. So always keep it in the box until we do. So first we're going to do, we've got our parts for issue 66. Yeah, obviously, like I said, we didn't touch them. So I need to move the car a little bit just over there, because there is something that we need to put on this. So we get a black cover. We also get a pipe and some GM screws. And we also get a coloured cover with some BP screws. Like that. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we've got to flip this up. So it's like this. As you can see, we'll have a screw mark here and a screw mark there. And then we've got an extra one here. This is where we're going to fit this pipe. So on this little bit here, we're going to use a BP screw to secure it in. We only get one. We get actually two in the packet, but we only need the one. So let me grab a magnetic one. It's always worth just putting it through the hole first when it's a bit like this. It does have a guide, a little guide mark on it, so it's not completely round. It's got like a little nodge on it, so it can only go in sort of one way. Oh, now it's fiddly to get it in. Like I said, I always put it in. Put the screw in. Like so. There we go. So that should sit in just like that. Just like that, just there. Okay, so next what we've got to do is we need the car over here. We're going to need the GM screws, so let's grab some GM screws and put some here. Okay, so we've got the wires here. This is for the back. We need to pull them out away slightly. As you can see, we've got a sort of clean cut side. Side there with some notches out of the side, and that is what we're going to use. So this is going to sit over the top of our, like so. So we're just going to grab some GM screws here. We'll put one in this side. Like that. And one in the other side. Yeah, that's cool. There we go. So that is on. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over, and this is going to sit very snugly behind these chairs. Now, it's a really tight fit. So we've got 4 lugs. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 2 here that's going to go on, and then there is 1 here, right down the back here. You can just about see it. So this has to sit at the back here. There we go. Like that, you just sort of stick it on. Now I've just dropped all the screws. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, sorry, and 4. And so we just need to go around now, sort of, now it is a really snug fit, that's good, that's what we want. There we go. We'll do this side first. So we'll just go ahead and do the rest. Okay, so I've done that. I've also gone ahead and make sure the lights all work still. Now it says to attach, which I have in this little box, all the front lights and wires and stuff like that. I'm not actually going to do that. I'm actually going to leave them off for now, just so they're a little bit safer. I've put them in this little box a little bit safer away. It's easy enough to match up with the corresponding wires that we've got here, so I don't want to go plugging them all in just yet. Okay, so at the end of that, I'm going to shut it down now. Let's just shut that down. There we go. Okay, so that's all shut down. So this is all in together. It does, you have to sort of squeeze it and pull it together, and it does go together. It's a snug fit, as you saw, but it's nice. It's in now. That is it for issue 67. So let's do issue 68. Okay, so that is the last that we're going to see of the car and the chassis for now. Looks like we're going to be working on the doors. Like so. Making sure that they don't go anywhere. But yeah, so it looks like we're going to be working on some of the doors and stuff. So for the next couple of issues at least. So it's nice, it's die cast, it's heavy. We've got some parts here, just like that. So yeah, that is nice. The door. So what we're going to do first is it's the left hand door here. So we've got this little hook here. So that little hook is going to sit in that groove there. So there is a groove there. It's going to sit just in like that. And we're going to use a QM screw, which we've got just here. It's a really small one, so I'm pretty sure I've got a small screwdriver for that. Just there. There we go. Like so. No, once again, don't over screw that because you could split it, so it just sits there, but you don't want to over screw it. Okay, so next what we're going to do is the door handle. So once again, it has the big one that's going to go there. It also has a little guide pin, so obviously that's going to sit there. And we're going to use an AP screw to secure that in place. Like I said, if you haven't got one of these cushions, get yourself over to Partwork Upgrades and get yourself one, because they're absolutely a lifesaver, especially when doing this sort of thing. So I'm going to put it through the guide pin. So we're going to hold it. I'm not going to scream. It goes in all right. There you go. So we now got the door handle in, just there, and the little that sort of door latch version there. So next we're going to do the wing mirror. So the wing mirror it's not glued in, it's not stuck in. We've had ones before where we've had to glue, and we've also had ones where they were sort of self-adhesive. But this one, we just push in to the guide pin if we can do that. Like so. That goes on like that. And then we're going to attach it. So it goes through the gap here. As you can see, it's got like a little hook. So it's going to go sit through like that. We're going to use a GM screw to secure that in place. Oh. That one's lost its magnetic, this one hasn't, so I'll just use this one. There we go. And that is sitting just like that. So that is the end of issue 68, and we've done issue 67 as well. So that brings us to the end of these two issues. So we've got the main chassis of the car now, the sort of the shell of the car. We've also done with the interior. I think we've moved away from that now. Obviously we're now working on the door. So at this stage that is where we're at, and it's nice and heavy. Looks really good, really nice. But that is it from us here at the Nexus. So as always, thanks for watching guys, and we'll catch you as always at the next video. Take it easy. See you later.